Russia and Poland on this trip, and very busy schedule of singing in 3 or 4 services a day, and it wasn't uncommon for the services to last 3 or 4 hours, and we were singing in the Russian and Polish languages. Well, one day we were told, on Saturday, you're going to have a day off. And we kind of thought, oh my, what's that? We hadn't had a day off in 2 months. And he said, well, we'll travel on Saturday, but there won't be any services. So we were rather looking forward to our day off. And we would get ready and pack and know we'd be traveling. And anyway, at breakfast, a preacher came in and asked if, before you leave town, could the twins come over here to this ladies' prison and sing a couple songs? And, immediately my first thought was, this is my day off. Selfish. And then I thought, well, what's 2 songs? And so we thought, we can quickly pick 2 songs. And the preacher wasn't going to come until 11 o'clock to come take us to the prison. And so we said, well, fine, of course we'll go. And we couldn't say no, or we would have heard Jesus saying, I was in prison and you did not visit me. And so, anyway, so we were willing to go. And we went back to our room and we're packing our suitcase or whatever else we had planned to do. And before a half hour had passed, a person came for us and said, would you be ready to leave in 10 minutes? The group that was supposed to give the majority of the program at the prison can't go. Could you give an hour and a half concert? And, oh my, then it was kind of like a bomb dropping on us. Mainly because Polish is one of the most difficult languages we've worked in, and we'd be giving a concert totally in Polish, and so we thought, we need to make preparation now, not only to pick what songs we're going to sing, but to get our hearts ready and eager and willing. And that's a little hard. And so it was cold and raining outside. That was just another factor we wanted to have to get out. But anyway, by the time 10 minutes had passed, we were ready to go. We had our program made out. And as we're coming into the prison, the big iron gates are clanking and being locked behind us, and get into this room, and the prisoners start coming in. As I said, it was a ladies' prison, but they were young. I would say most of them were under 35, and 70% were in there for murder. And sometimes it was self-defense with a drunken husband or something like that. But nevertheless, as they come in, one of them had punky orange hair. Another one just kind of glared at us as she came in, and that sort of thing. And Satan just started speaking to us, I think, trying to discourage us, saying, who are you to do anything for these ladies? How can you communicate with them? And who's to say your Polish is going to come across good enough? You probably mispronounce it some, but that could easily be. But anyway, we just kind of, again, quietly within ourselves prayed and said, Lord, please help us. We don't feel ready for this. And so anyway, we started our concert, and before we had sung very many songs, we noticed one with some tears streaming down her face. And I just kind of, oh Lord, are you working in someone's heart here today? By the time we were halfway done with our concert, a third of them were crying. And more as the concert went on. And I thought, who am I, Lord, that you are using my feeble efforts when I was so unwilling to even come? And at the end, they had a prayer circle with these girls, or young ladies, and invited the prisoners to come down and join us in this prayer circle. The one with the orange punky hair came and wanted to stand right between us. The one that had glared at us, had the tears sobbing on and coming and wanted to stand beside me. And I had judged them, thinking, they're hard. Nothing can move them. his move. And anyway, I thought about Jesus. He faced far more difficult tasks than we ever have in our travels. He faced Calvary for us. And he prepared